Saturday, March 16th, we're going heavy. Today is a heavy day, but it's a unique heavy day, and I like throwing these in every now and then. They're not your classic traditional 5x5 or 7x1 or whatnot. The workout of the day, after doing the Bergner warm-up, which is fantastic, head-to-toe warm-up, but we're doing the CrossFit Linchpin variation of that, which I just tacked a couple things on with complete respect to Mike Bergner to get us below parallel just a little bit more, and that is beneficial on some days programming, like today's, for example, where the main focus is an overhead squat. Let's get to the workout of the day. The workout of the day, pay attention to the wording. It says, for completion, not for time. Meaning, don't rush on this. Take all the rest you need to get the work accomplished, that it's a heavy day, just like heavy days aren't for time. So you're going to have an overhead squat. The goal is to have 85% of your 1 rep max on the bar. That's the goal. And you can have a rack, for sure, have a rack. We're not trying to do this from the floor like some sort of hero. It's 1 overhead squat, 2 bar muscle ups, 2 overhead squats, 4 bar muscle ups, 3 overhead squats, 6 bar muscle ups, 4 overhead squats, 8 bar muscle ups, 5 overhead squats, 10 bar muscle ups. So basically we have ascending repetitions in 2 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the overhead squat. So you're going to get in 15 heavy overhead squats, but unusually heavy because you have another movement that you're doing which is going to tax your entire body, paired with a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of the bar muscle up. So the most challenging squat that you can do with a very challenging gymnastics movement. I really like this one. By the end of it, you're going to get in some wonderful, wonderful training for the day. We have a video of the overhead squat, so you can go ahead and check that out. And again, I don't put down super fitness robot times and things like that on heavy days usually, but I just put the goals to use 85% of your 1 rep max. So I put that as the super fitness robot goal, so to speak. And the more likely could be maybe completion of it with 70% of your 1 rep max. But don't get discouraged. If you're at 55% of your 1 rep max, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But those overhead squats should be very challenging. Safe, but very challenging. That's the point of the heavy day. Scaled option is we're assuming that you can modify the weight of the overhead squat down to a weight that you can probably perform the movement, even if it's with a PVC pipe. But the bar muscle ups might be challenging, so that's what we modified in the scaled option. So the overhead squats, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like we did previously, but instead of having bar muscle ups going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, here's what we have each time in place of those. So it's 1 overhead squat, 2 chest to bar pull-ups, and 2 ring dips. And those chest to bar pull-ups would be kipping as with the ring dips. 2 overhead squats, 4 chest to bar pull-ups, 4 ring dips, 3 overhead squats, 6 chest to bar pull-ups, 6 ring dips, and so on and so forth until you get to the final part of it. And I put overhead squats at 50 to 65% of your 1 rep max as a rough guideline if people are kind of thinking where they should start the scaled option. You might, if you just struggle with the bar muscle ups and not the overhead squat, you can bump that up. That might be just where you need to be, or you might even need to use less weight. It doesn't matter, it's fine. And then I replace the chest to bar with chin over bar or ring rows if need be. So maybe those chest to bar pull-ups are even a bit too challenging for you in the scaled option. No worries. Swap in chin over bar or ring rows. And then I replace ring dips, because maybe the ring dips are challenging, you're still working on those, with bar dips or hand release push-ups. So once again, there's never going to be one scaling option that fits. I mean, if you have a class of more than 5 people, there's not one scaled option. You probably have to scale each workout individually for those 5 people. So the key part of scaling is largely these videos to understand what's the workout trying to accomplish, and then what are various options that an athlete can substitute in given what they have for equipment, their skill level, whatever it happens to be, and then you can make some intelligent decisions and we can all get fit together. And I put a video of the chest to bar pull-up under the scaled option if you want. It shows a strict one. Bear in mind the scaled option calls for kipping. Limited equipment option. They don't have a bar, right? They've got, and I assume that, here's what we assume with the limited equipment option. Pull-up bar bolted to the wall over the door, a set of dumbbells, a jump rope, and then low rings, not hanging from the ceiling, just hanging from the pull-up bar, or a set of TRX bands. So not only do I think that they don't have a barbell, but I think they don't have a pull-up bar, some of them anyway, suitable to do a bar muscle-up on. So their workout today, they're going to incorporate a wonderful movement called the dumbbell thruster instead of the overhead squat. They're going to probably wish that they had overhead squats. And they're going to do low ring muscle-ups. And I have a video of the dumbbell thruster attached and a video of the low ring muscle-up. I shot one in my garage. I hope everybody finds it instructional. Limited equipment option for completion, not for time, because again, it's still supposed to be a strength day. 4 dumbbell thrusters, pair of 50s for the men, pair of 35s for the women, or modify that weight if you need to. 2 low ring muscle-ups, 8 thrusters, 4 low ring muscle-ups, 12 thrusters, 6 muscle-ups, 16 thrusters, 8 muscle-ups, 20 thrusters, 10 low ring muscle-ups. Nobody is getting shortchanged today. Accessory work, optional as always. The Bulgarian split squat, 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions per leg. We have a video attached for that. And I always say it, and I'm not lying, those Bulgarian split squats, they will light you up. So if you're new to them, use a lot less weight than you think that you can or should, and just feel them out. Sats press, 4 sets of 5 to 8 repetitions, video included of that as well. And then the L sit, go ahead and accumulate 1 to 2 minutes. Video included of that as well. Should be an excellent strength day. I look forward to hearing how it went. I look forward to hearing what percentage of your 1 rep max everybody used. And just enjoy.